it stops. A segment stops. So it has the endpoints. So at the end of this, it's going to have a point at either end, and they're going to be U and V. That's all there is to it. What about opposite rays? Well, to me, opposite rays, one's going to go this way, one's going to go this way. And if I have a common endpoint, if this ray goes this way, it has an endpoint. And if it's common, it's shared by both. So the endpoint's here, and it shoots off this way, and it shoots off this way. And so the common endpoint is Q. Well, notice what that looks like. Yes, it looks like a line. So what I'm going to do is opposite rays. I'm going to call this a line. That's a little secret for you. It's a line. Opposite rays are really actually just a line. First point here. Whenever you see something highlighted like this, this is for you to do because it's highlighted, and we'll talk about it in class, okay? Let's go on to the postulates and or axioms. Postulates or axioms, a statement that is accepted as true without proof. So we're just accepting that these are true because they couldn't be any other way. Let's look at the first one. Through any 2 points, there is exactly one line. Well, if I put 2 points out here, this is like a duh. How many lines could I draw through those 2 points? Well, if there's a line that contains both of the points, can I draw any other line that contains those 2 points? No, I can't. So that's why it's accepted without proof, because it just has to happen that way. Through any 3 non-collinear points, there's exactly one plane containing them. Keys here, non-collinear, A, B, and C. Well, a plane, what you need to know, it extends in all directions. So it's not just this size. It's not just the size of this sheet of paper. It's not just the size of this room. It's not just the size of this box. But these 3 points, they fall so that one plane contains all of them. Okay? If 2 points lie in a plane, then the line containing those points also lies in the plane. So if I have 2 points, and I draw a line between them, what it's saying is the plane that contains the 2 points can't not contain the line. So I'm going to have to draw a plane here, and the line is in the plane. Kind of difficult to conceptualize. We'll continue to talk about this in class, but if it contains those 2 points, like if I had 2 dots on my hand and there was a line through them, the line couldn't not be on my hand. Let me show you what this looks like. So if I draw 2 points on my hand, right? Okay, can you see that? If I have points A and B, if I draw a line between them, could it be true that the 2 points are on my hand, but the line is not? Well, no, of course, that'd be ridiculous. In order to draw a line between those 2 points, it would have to be on my hand, which is the plane. So that's all this is saying. If you draw 2 points and you draw a line between them, all of them have to be contained on the same plane. That's really all. Example 3. Here we have a couple of things that we're going to try to identify some things given this diagram. Well, if you'll notice here, I've got this little n. It doesn't have a point, so that must be the name of the line, right? I've got R, this script R here, which must be the name of the plane. Remember what we learned up top? And I've got G, H, and F, which are points because they have points next to them. So what I want to do is name a line that passes through 2 points. If I look at my diagram, I need to name a line that passes through 2 points. You, being the smart consumer, the smart learner that you are, know that there is a line that passes through 2 points. I could call it line N. But you, being the astute observer that you are, know that it could have another name. You could also call it line GH. But also, if you're really slick, you'll notice that you could also name it line HG, because it doesn't matter with the line because it continues on. Okay, so there are 3 names for the line that passes through 2 points on this plane. Your turn. Remember, this is for you. You want to name a possible plane that contains 3 points. All right? Let's look at a couple of postulates. If two lines intersect, then they intersect at exactly 1 point. Well, look at this. Guys, look at it. If they cross at the point P. These two pens, the pen and the pencil, cross at exactly 1 point. Well, they're not touching at 2 points because they're straight lines, okay? If two planes intersect, then they intersect at exactly 1 line. Well, it really looks like this. And we're going to have to look at this more in class, but notice. If this is a plane that's kind of sideways, they kind of cut into each other, right? And this up and down plane is really looking like this, and they're intersecting. You have to kind of think of it as a 3D model. So they cut through one another, kind of like this, right? Well, if you look at it from the side, you can see them stacked up. If you look at it from the front, you're kind of seeing two flat edges. Well, this right here is what we're talking about, right here. The place where they touch, that is a line. And because those planes extend infinitely in all directions, it's a line because it keeps going, okay? Let's sketch a couple figures and we'll be done. Sketch a figure that shows each of the following. A line intersects a plane, but does not lie in the plane. It intersects the plane, so I know I'm going to need a plane. So a line is going to intersect this plane, but it's not on the plane. So this is in the plane, so that's not going to count, okay? What's a way we could do this? Think about the plane as like my hand again. And what if this line went boop right through the middle? Okay? If it went right through the middle, it would look something like this. Comes up through the middle, but then we can't really see it here, so we're going to dot it, and then it comes out the bottom side. And it's going to intersect at this 1 point here, P. So it's boom, right up through the middle there. Okay? And I'd like for you to do this one. You're going to draw two planes that intersect in one line. I'm thinking you might have an example of this in your notes already. All right, guys? Thanks for watching. The next part of this note-taking guide is going to be for the next section, but that's going to cover the first two sections of our first concept. All right? Thanks for watching and taking good notes. If you have anything that you need to review, go back, watch it again, rewind. No shame in that. All right? We'll see you next time.